Here's what they're not telling you on birthright trips to Israel. Welcome back to days 6 and 7 of Boycott Birthright, our series exposing the propaganda on birthright trips to Israel. I decided to combine these 2 days because birthright goers have been in Jerusalem both days, and there's just one really important thing I want to touch on regarding Jerusalem, or Al-Quds specifically. Okay, 2 important things that we established in this series that are relevant right now. The first one is that birthright goers are being told that this place, Palestine, is their home, and the other is that Israeli soldiers are now accompanying them wherever they go. While Israel attempts to erase Palestinian identity across Palestine, there's kind of a special case when it comes to Al-Quds or Jerusalem, and I'll explain why. Palestinians living in Al-Quds are not citizens of Palestine or Israel. Instead, Israel gives them this sort of in-between permanent residency status that doesn't give them the same rights as Israeli citizens. And I want you guys to think about how crazy that is, that Israelis, the colonizers who immigrated to Palestinian cities, are treating the indigenous owners of that city as if they are the immigrants and dictating their citizenship status. And of course, it gets so much worse. It's written into Israeli law to constantly question whether or not Palestinians deserve to continue to be residents of Al-Quds. And one of the ways they enforce this is by consistently scrutinizing whether or not Al-Quds is actually Palestinians' center of life. What this means for Palestinians living in Al-Quds is that if they want to keep their home in their homeland, they're not allowed to leave Al-Quds for an extended period of time. And this is based off a 1956 law called Entry into Israel that states that Palestinians can't leave their homes in Al-Quds for a period of 6 years if they want to keep their residency status. And yes, I'm mentioning Palestinians specifically because the law only applies to them. After the first Intifada, this was changed to 3 years, and now Palestinians can only leave Al-Quds for up to 1 year if they want to keep their residency status. So if Palestinians want to do really normal things like study, work, or just experience living in another country, they're not able to because they'll be at risk of losing their home because displacement is legal under Israeli law. But it doesn't end there. If you're a Palestinian living in Al-Quds, the Israeli military can raid your home on any day at any time to prove that Al-Quds is, in fact, your center of life. They go into their homes and check their fridges for eggs, milk, and bread because if you're not having your breakfast in Al-Quds, is it really your center of life? They go into their bathroom and check for towels and they check if the bathtub is wet because if you're not getting ready in Al-Quds, is it really your center of life? Imagine the psychological torment on Palestinians simply trying to live in their indigenous homeland, but their oppressor is trying to prove every single day that they don't have a right to live in their home. And it's all a projection because settler colonialists will never feel at home on the land that they colonized because it's not their home. It's another person's home that they're trying to adopt for themselves. And that's why on day 2 of this trip, when we saw the words "welcome home" on the birthright itinerary, we knew that it was propaganda. Because Israelis are not only always trying to manufacture the idea that Palestine is their home, they're always trying to prove that Palestinians don't belong there. So the next time you're offered to go on Birthright or another free propaganda trip to Israel, know that it's not actually free and Palestinians are paying the ultimate price. I feel like you guys know the drill at this point. Don't go on a trip to Israel, go to Palestine instead. Volunteer with the Tent of Nations. Go to codepink.org/Tent of Nations Farm where you'll find all the information, and I'll see you all tomorrow.